Hey guys, so we just finished an in-depth look at Metabo HPT's new miter saw. This 36V MultiVolt 7 1/4 inch miter saw is cordless sliding compound miter saw. It combines exceptional build quality with advanced electronics as well as professional grade features. This saw is a flagship for Metabo HPT's 36V MultiVolt line. After spending some time with the saw, here's our thoughts. There's several standout features that stood out and are truly excellent and we feel are really geared towards pro users. The first was the micro bevel on the back of the saw. It's in a micro bevel adjustment system. There's an oversized knurled knob in the back and it's used to precisely dial in your desired bevel angle. This knob is intuitive and responsive to use, and more importantly, it's repeatedly accurate. This was we verified basically the accuracy of this with a digital angle gauge, and we liked that the angle gauge markings on the saw also, as you're adjusting, they're clear and easy to read, and you can do that by both sides of the saw. The saw has a pair of removable outriggers, and they slide out from the base, from the saw's base, and they're used to stabilize the saw. And they're also small extension wings, and they include little leveling feet on either side. The ability to adjust these feet greatly helps stabilize this multi-volt saw, and I'll get into that in a minute. The HPT saw is designed with a folding dado adjustment on the left side of the drive housing, and the overall compact size and power of this saw, it's hard to miss. At just 34 pounds, it's small. As a bare tool, it's easily carried in one hand and maneuvered into small, tight, compact spaces. The twin front rail design is smooth and accurate and allows the saw to easily be stored or set up in confined spots or hallways, closets, and places like that. It might be small, but the cut capacity actually is pretty impressive. It'll cut a 2x12 at 90 and a 2x8 at 45 degrees. If you'd like to learn all of the specifications, bevels and miters, and all those features and specifications, then click on the link in the description below. The link will take you to the Toolbox Buzz website article. And guys, the article always has more information than the videos we do. This is more of a summary. To power this green little beast, Metabo HPT did some weird science stuff. They gave the multi-volt saw droves of unrelenting yet quiet and smooth power. I'm joking a little bit, but they use a twin belt drive system that limits basically vibration and lowers the decibel level and the decibel output on the saw. In hand, when using the saw, it's smooth to cut and it's pretty comfortable on the ears. The belt drive system uses kind of like these spline type wheels or with torque multipliers, and that all works in conjunction with Metabo HPT's constant speed control system, and that system automatically adjusts the blade speed and torque based on the demand of the saw. This drive system is similar technology that they used in their multi-volt 7 1/4 inch circular saw, which we've already reviewed on the Toolbox Buzz site. Metabo HPT advertises the multi-volt miter saw is capable of performing 500 cuts through MDF material and a single battery charge. We tested the saw and we cut 2x10 LVL framing lumber, and some of the things, no vibration, no slowdown, and certainly it didn't bog down. We were impressed. On a fully charged 4.0 amp hour 36V multi-volt battery, we got 188 cross cuts of 2x8 LVL 2x8 lumber at 90 degrees. It's worth noting that the test was performed in an unheated garage just above freezing. Maybe in a more optimal setting the saw might have performed a little bit better, maybe a few more cuts, but hey, this represents real-world cutting conditions here in New England. The multi-volt saw also includes a really well thought out LED work light system. A bright white LED light is located on either side of the saw housing. Now, these lights, they project straight down onto the work surface and they provide a really clear picture of what you're cutting. The lights are also selectable. And what I mean by that is just from the top of the saw, you can cycle through the light with the light control button on top of the saw, and you can basically choose the lights on, off, left, or right separately. There's a red laser cut line as well included, and the laser, first of all, the laser is bright and accurate right out of the box. We tested it. The laser has this built-in adjustability, and again, you can choose left or right side of the blade depending on your preference. Everybody's different. And also the thickness of the beam. So if you need to see a thicker beam, you can adjust a thicker beam if your eyesight's not great. So to gauge the saw's accuracy out of the box, we used a set of precision measurement tools. Straight from unpacking this tool, the base of the saw was within 15 one-thousandths of an inch in accuracy. However, when we rotated to 45 degrees, that dropped to 7 one-thousandths. And you know, all these numbers and stuff, we found the variance in these base heights, they're pretty common among miter saws. The difference in the base heights did not affect any noticeable accuracy in the saw. When I put two miters together, they still were great. We were therefore able to achieve accurate cuts out of the box. So whatever that means to you guys, it made great cuts. It comes with a 24 tooth general purpose blade. It's kind of crap. We highly recommend replacing it with a better quality blade. A couple of issues we found with the saw were with the design of the fence. The fixed lower portion of the fence is close to was close to square out of the box on our testing. The right side had a slight variance of like 2 one-thousandths of a gap on the inner portion. The upper sliding portions that you can slide out, and you use a thumb screw to do that on the track, we tighten those, and the upper, when you tighten them down, the upper half tilted back just a little bit, created just a little bit of a gap. So what does that mean? Well, that means that you're going to lose a teeny bit of accuracy on taller pieces of material. Maybe things like moldings, or if you're cutting vertically and stuff like that. That has to be taken care of, and you got to pay attention to that. Overall, when you look at the saw as a whole, it's a premium saw with exceptional build quality. We were impressed. And as you can imagine, a saw like this, the price is going to get jacked up, and it did. The MultiVolt miter saw sells for approximately $1,250 as a bare tool. Guys, that's a lot of money, plain and simple. In fact, the price point places this as a bare tool close to that of a top-tier corded full-size miter saw. That's tough to swallow. We feel that this saw is on the high side and would love to see the Metabo HPT saw come down slightly, you know, just bring it sub $1,000 and make it a little bit more competitive. So look, having used the saw and examining it closely, we liked it and highly recommend it. Based off the feature list combined with the portability and general handiness and build quality, this saw is awesome. But there's always room for improvement. A couple of issues that presented itself while testing the saw were the base. So one thing you have to understand, this is a small saw, and as a result, it's got a small profile footprint, triangular shaped base. As a result, the MHPT miter saw rocks forward very easily when fully extended on the rails. This creates an unstable and therefore unsafe platform to work. So you need to be careful of that or be aware of that. So if you secure it to the bench or your work surface with clamps, then you really can't miter that easily. You can screw it down. Now, when we screwed it down, it was great, but it sacrifices portability and maneuverability of the saw. So the question begs itself, how about a miter saw stand? Well, MHPT offers an adapter bar for this saw to attach to a miter saw, but you have to buy their saw. Unfortunately, you know, taking into the cost of this saw, it's a huge cost. We'd love to see that bracket included with the saw. That way you can use it with, you know, your own stand or any stand that you own. So look, who's going to benefit from this saw? The MultiVolt 7 1/4 inch miter saw, it represents one of the higher quality and well thought out tools that we've looked at recently for miter saws. The saw's a no-brainer for remodelers, finish carpenters, and flooring contractors. Flooring contractors, because you can move this thing in and out of the room while it's on the floor or in a closet. It's going to be great for hardwood flooring. Guys, if you found this video useful, please consider subscribing. Give us a thumbs up. We welcome your comments, and we try to respond to all of them. I'm Rob Robillard, and we'll see you next time here at Toolbox Buzz.